Alrighty, chat. We are back at it. That is right. We are here for the Meseeks Sunday Showdown. Finally getting started after about 45 minutes of delay. I apologize for you all who stuck around. I appreciate everyone who did. And we're getting geared up for it now as we are on board. As the screen mentioned just a moment ago, it is going to be the side of... Let me get squared up, bro. I'm all out of whack. It is going to be O-Killers taking on the side of Yo Mama, and we're already in it, so we can go ahead and jump right into the action. It is already live. Hardpoint Crossfire is where we're going to start this puppy off at. As we can see, P1 opening up here in this middle building here is top of the second story. Looking for some action up top of the staircase. We're going to be on board with Nero off the bat. Legacy right here as well is going to be able to hold the fort down, and Morph going to find a nasty two-piece right there. Not going to be able to do much on the outskirts of the perimeter, but nonetheless... damage is done. 11 seconds in, the side of Yo Mama have a little bit of a lead. And, yeah, we're here for it now as we are getting geared up. Again, the Meseeks Sunday Showdown brought to you by Trovo, HyperX, SXC, and JuJu Energy. Make sure you guys use code Vertic at checkout. That's right. We have live codes in the JuJu store if you are interested in getting your JuJu on. So... P1 coming down to a dwindle, about 15 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time to scrap for it. Does leave Legacy killless now, as you can see, at 0-2 off the rip. Carlino's actually going to be 3-3, 4-2 for Robalo. The push for this P2 site going to be opening up here momentarily. You can see the rotations over. It is going to be the side of Yo Mama with the advantage. Can they maintain the fort, though? As you can see it, it's a little bit of a lead there in favor of OK Killer. So, and they're quite all right with it. Yo, Father, man, I'm so glad you stopped by, bro. We were just talking about you and the rank grind a few days ago when I was playing some COD Mobile and trying to get back into the, the swing of things there. But it has certainly been a grind, homie. Certainly been a grind. Push comes through. The TAC 5 comes in. It plays a massive factor as the shutdown on that P1 rotation over to P2 has led the side of Yo Mama with a little bit of a lead now, 17 points. Shoes on the other foot, but now we're getting ready for the money hills. Is Crossfire, first two hills, kind of a toss-up. The next three are literally held by spawn, so we'll see how it pans out. Maybe the third, not as much as P4 and 5, but certainly better of a money hill indeed for, in comparison to that P1 and P2. So, took long enough? Yeah, right. I'm on board with it. I'm actually trying to check and see if the players are in the VC so I can see if we can do a quick listen in with either or. I'm going to be doing it solo for right now. It does look like Yo Mama is in the VCs for now. I'm going to see if OK Killer is as well. It does look like they are, and the break's going to come through for this P3 rotation. 40 seconds left to play. The side of OK. They have maintained the point so far, but T-Bag up top being a demon. Looking to spoil their ventures now as one player left to deal with. That's going to be Legacy and Carlin combining for 3. The break is in. Will it stick? We'll have to see now as we're going to get geared up and buckled up for it. It is going to be a HyperX listen-in brought to you by... Oh, hold on. I'm hitting the wrong pedal, chat. There we go. All right. Quick HyperX listen in with the side of OK Killers. They're going to be down for now, but can they battle back in the trenches and take a upset win over the side of Yo Mama? Well, we'll just have to find out now as we're going to go ahead and jump in with the side of the OK Killers.
¿Qué rayos? Un emboss.
Atrás, ahí está en medio, güey.
No, hasta su spawn.
Ah, me mató el aniquilador, está en respawn. No, está roto.
Aniquilador muerto. Ah, el purificador en top roto.
No, purificador roto.
El de atrás.
Ya me voy al siguiente,
En punto, güey, en punto son 2.
La neta, vamos al siguiente ya.
No, ya están en siguiente, bro.
Sí, ya. No.
Ya siguiente, Simón. Ayúdame ahí.
Ya están hasta el fondo,
Muerto Next.
No, hay que ganar todos los puntos.
Me meto a punto. Fueron el punto.
DL1, güey, van 2 DL. Me cambié spawn, güey. Va uno por médico.
Buena. ¿Cómo mató? ¿Cómo está? Cuidado, esta madre.
Me mato. Me voy a poner aquí futuro, mira.
Arriba, güey.
Mira, qué agachadito, no me.
No, te aviso, te aviso.
Están todos en la casa rota, güey. Están todos ahí roto, güey.
No, por médico.
A
No,
la
qué
madre,
pedo.
tenés
No, no lo quiero pasar así.
¿Quién los dejaron pasar? Bueno,
Médico,
¿Cuánto
tiro.
pone?
Tiro, médico, el punto tiro, médico. Punto tiro.
Roto, está roto, róbalo, roto.
Está tocado.
révalo.
Ahí no tienes
Roto,
fútbol a
vale.
tu derecha, güey.
Güey, siguen rotos, mamón. Uy, no lo mataron, güey, se mamaron.
Están en Delhi,
Abre la atrás tuya, güey.
Siguiente ya va uno.
Deli. No mames,
Oh, ahí Chaira. Bueno.
Ya en el siguiente hay uno.
All right, well, listen in. We can see about 60-point deficit is where they're going to be sitting at now as the P1 reset is going to come through, and Yo Mama are looking to close this one out. They have stacked it up. Legacy going to be on the top of the objective. Now, we've done listen-ins with the side of OK. Might try to get a quick listen-in with the side of Yo Mama and see how that pans out now as game's starting to get a little bit more out of hand. I think now is probably the best time than ever to see if we can. And, yeah, we are. Quick HyperX listen-in with the side of Yo Mama. Buckle up. We are heading down there right now.
Alright, there's two going now.
Bro.
You got one.
This one, boss side.
Carlos!
Yeah, right side of hill.
¡Cálamela, Carlos!
Oh shit, bro, that's one on top P2.
Mid. Mid and bottom P2. ¡Jálamela, güey!
One boss side.
P2 stays.
P2 one shot, P2 one shot on the right side.
¡Jálamela, Carlos!
No, he got
There's one ticket. There's one ticket.
One P2 dead. ¡Jálamela, Carlos! P2 dead.
What,
Hey, what's in the corner? What's in the corner upstairs? Outside.
Yeah, there's one ticket.
¡Jálamela!
There's one ladder.
One shot hill.
Hey, dude, he's deep in our deep house.
One on D. What the fuck is his freshman, bro?
Oh, shit.
Holy shit, I'm getting whopping. ¡Jálamela, güey!
What a P2, boost station, boost, on the boost.
This one boss.
Okay, top P2 on the right side, top P2 on the right side.
Already rotating. Mid. Hey, mid on the red car.
Yeah, attack five. What a bitch.
Green car.
Boss. But nice.
There's one going mid.
Why is this Zyrax shit just fucking baiting and shit?
I guess what he used to do.
One on me.
He's on old one shot.
There's an annihilator bottom X.
Another deep.
Automatics.
Oh, one on me.
What the
Me.
heck? I spawned and died.
Backstab narrow right next to you.
My bad, dude. He spawned there, I think. I didn't see him.
Me though.
I'm playing live.
Green car, one.
Laundry.
One beat on. There's one beat on.
Yeah, beat on.
Beat him. Man, nice.
Just to the right, in the right corner.
Yeah, the other.
He's very nice. What the fuck, I got him? Alright.
There's one on hill.
Hey, broken.
What? On me.
Oh no, Delhi, broken house.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Main. Hey, main legacy behind you. He's still there, dude. Just prepare.
There's two new.
Oh, there's one old.
What? No. Yes. Nice.
I think they got tech 5. I'm pretty sure they got tech 5. Oh yeah, beat on. What the fuck? Why are they still playing for that shit? Hey, listen, if we don't break it by 30 seconds,
Deep,
let's
bro.
rotate down.
One deep.
Let's rotate back if we don't break it by 30 seconds. One P1, top P1.
Yeah, GL.
Good on,
One
gang.
on D dead.
Yeah, as well. There's 2 down, 3 more.
In the back.
No, there's only one on hill. Nice. There's one more hill.
That's the easiest beat of your life. Good shit.
Puta madre, güey.
One on deep. On deep.
There's two gonna push. One more pushing.
Deep, spare deep.
Sparrow outside, nice.
Right, comms on point there. The win comes through, and Yo Mama are going to pick up a 250 to 175 win in game number 1 over the OK Killers. You heard the comms; they're pretty solid. This Yo Mama roster has some pretty good communications. I gotta say, the team itself seemed to click. Took a bit of a lead in the first bit of rotations too, so they were able to capitalize, maximize on that P1 reset as well going into that P2. They get the break there in P4, and that is it for OK Killers. 1-0 lead for Yo Mama. Taking a look at the post-action report. 47 kills on board for Rapallo with 17 on the hill. 47 to 22. 27 to 25 for Carlitos, a minute and 10. And your objective king is going to be Legacy, 20 and 21 to go along with the 2 minutes and 42 on the hill. So big game coming through for the side of Yo Mama, and now they are setting themselves up proper for a 2-0 finisher. Can they close it out here, chat? Well, we're about to find out now as we're going to get ready for game number 2. That Search and Destroy is going to be... Taking a look at it. Does look like Search and Destroy on firing range, so... sorry for the delay. Sorry for the miscommunication and everything. I didn't get any of the best of 3s ready to rock and roll, but we had a little bit of an issue with admins coming into today, so it is what it is. Can't go back in time and change anything. Other than that, it has been a solid one so far. So big game 1, and you know, even without space in the mix, this Yo Mama team is still, you know, locked and loaded. I think Legacy is subbing in this week, and I don't know if that is going to stick or not, but as soon as I find out info, I'll let you all know. So all right, we're gearing up for it. Search and Destroy on firing range, game number 2. This should be, you know, in theory, a 2-0 for the side of Yo Mama. Nonetheless, it is going to have to come on the backs of, you know, them putting up some solid search. And we all know that Zem coach teams just play search so much better than your normal squad. So going to be looking forward to seeing how this roster in particular adapts without space in the mix. Also going to see how it adapts without Forsaken in the mix too. We all know Forsaken isn't of age to play in champs, so I don't think he is, you know, to be exact. I know Teabag's age was like, I think he's able to play, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me though if I'm wrong, but I think that this roster is looking to, you know, turn out to be a pretty solid champs material roster too. So all right, we're here for it. Game number 2. Search and Destroy on firing range, as I promised you earlier. Gonna be looking to see who's gonna be picking up the snipes this game. It looks like Teabag's gonna try his luck, and sure enough is gonna find first blood. So big kills coming through for the man himself. Opening up that A side push now as we're gonna see it come through. That is 2 players looking to make it 3. 1 in trailer actually as well, as Rapallo has found himself in a bit of a pretty sweet location, and you know, everyone from the outside looking in, not gonna have the best rotation. So solid one potentially here for the side of Yo Mama. Might be leaving the side of OK in a pretty rough spot off this bat. So
smoke out.
bombs down, 18 seconds left on the clock. The 3v4 retake needs to come a little faster than it has been. The shots are going to come through. Rapallo is going to push that one outside of the trailer. On the outskirts looking in. Football looking for some shots through mid. Is going to help combine for 2 right there. But the third in Rapallo is going to come and spoil both their ventures. That's going to be a 1-0 lead in favor of Yo Mama. Herschel is currently in the main portion of the house with the wife. I wish Herschel was in here would be co-casting. He would be making things a lot easier. All right, looking for a little bit of a side push second time around. Fixo looking to just stay alive, and first blood is going to come through. Gabriel's going to be taken down. 2 kills on board for Legacy. Now the bomb's going to go down. Neuro going to go ahead and get that secured. 5 right outside the building, or Fixo rather, is right outside the building, is going to be clipped by Teabag, and these guys are on demon mode today, bro. Morph does find one, is going to find 2 big kills coming through there, 4 OK killers. But it's all on him now. He's going to have to clutch it up. It's going to be a 1v5 or 1v3 scenario. If he does clutch it, it'll be an ace. He's going to go for the jump shot. Carlin Hose is going to catch him from the side, and that is going to be 2 rounds in a row. Locking in the loading for Yo Mama. They are looking pretty hot tonight, even without space in the mix. Again, we've talked about this recently, and also Forsaken. So Legacy making the sub in, as well as Carlin Hose. I think I've seen Carlin Hose actually playing a lot of scrims with this team recently too. So a little bit of target practice there for Legacy. Does clip the... Oh, baby. Robalo, Teabag combined for 3. That is going to be 2 players left alive. And now those 2 players are going to be encountered there at the bottom. Legacy's trying to play a little bit of time there. Is going to be taken down. Now the push is going to come from the A-long area, I assume, now, as they are buckling up for the 2v4 retake. Teabag looking to shut it down. He is going to get 1. Is going to fall victim to Morph. And Morph, 3 kills on board. Can he find 1 more? He does, but it's not going to be enough for the round. And that is going to be 3 rounds in a row for the side of Yo Mama. Shots coming through. Robalo going to clear off the A-long site. Giz find 1. Legacy finds another. The second one's going to come through for Robalo. That's a good old 4 for 1. I'll take those numbers any day. And Morph yet again in a 1v something scenario. This is just not looking good here. Teabag's going to be dropped there, but the location's certainly going to be given away. It's a 1v3 now. Carlin Host already taking some shots through the trailer door frame. Is looking to catch Morph out of position. He's going to get the wall bangs to land. So is Robalo, and they're going to combine for the 4th round in 1 in a row.
Enemy has dropped the bomb. Bomb spotted.
War. I don't know if you follow Space on Twitter, but he is currently in Austin with a few other creators, and I believe they're participating in a 1v1 tournament. I don't know if that's this week. I don't think it is, but I think he's got other plans for the night. Bombs down is going to be collected there. Carlin Host going to go ahead and, or let's Robalo actually. Robalo's going to take the points for a free bomb plant. That is going to be 5 rounds in a row, ladies and gentlemen. We might be looking at a 6-0 here.
Defend the objectives. Smoke. The enemy has the bomb.
Well, the shoe's on the foot. We flip sides. And a first blood coming through for Zyrex is going to be able to take down 1. That is Nero, who has dropped, found himself inside of that bottom wood area. Doesn't matter, though. 2 players left standing. Legacy does find 1. Teabag finds another. Now it's one last player in Morph, who is yet again looking to play his life, and he is not going to have an opportunity to get away from that one. That is going to be the clean sweep 6-0 in favor of Yo Mama. And they are rocking and rolling here in the first round of the Meseeks Sunday Showdown. Only right that we do a quick 2-0 in the first round. Granted, we started 45 minutes late. This series literally lasted 20 minutes. Wow. Taking a look at the post-Carter's report. It was a lot of kills and a lot of rounds in favor of Yo Mama and nothing in favor of OK Killers. So, tough one indeed now as we're getting geared up for it there. 10 kills on board for Robalo. He leads the team in the hard point and in the search to destroy. So Carlin Host there with 7, T-Bag there with 7 as well, 6 for Legacy, and we'll excuse Nero. He didn't really need to do much other than get that bomb plant down, and he did that successfully 2 times. So that is going to conclude the first round of the Meseeks Sunday Showdown. Again, we are gearing up for it. Take a look at the bracket. It is pinned up top. This series is going to take us to, oh, this is actually going to be a solid second round. It's going to be the winner of the 11 versus Explicit matchup. Moving on to face off against Yo Mama. So taking a look elsewhere in the bracket, it did look like iTitans pulled out due to the delay, and that's expected. Obviously, you know, we never want to be in a position where teams are pulling out because we're starting late, and we apologize for that. So obviously we're having a little bit of issues on the back end. That's none of your guys' fault. That's all ours. We take full responsibility for that. So last week was a little bit of a mishap due to scheduling. Mobile Mayhem had a girls' dream team event that Gilmania and I were participating in. And it started off a little later than normal. And, you know, I didn't anticipate it to be that late. But, you know, when you've got, you know, pretty stacked teams like we did in the dream team event, of course, you're going to be, you know, left on the edge of your seat looking to see what's happening there. So that's neither here nor there. We're going to get geared up for it. It is going to be a second round coming up here shortly. So buckle up as we get geared up for it. I'm going to send you guys to a quick commercial, and we shall return as soon as possible. Jet again looking to play his life at the edge of your seat. See what's happening there. So that's neither here nor there. We're going to get geared up for it. It is going to be a second round coming up here shortly. So buckle up as we get geared up for it. I'm going to send you guys to a quick commercial and we shall return as soon as possible. found himself in a bit of a Alrighty, good evening, everybody. We're back for it. It is the Meseeks Sunday Showdown, second round coming through, and my God, Chad, what are you guys on? Yeah, you guys are getting big fat fans. I love Nigerians, bro. I don't know what you got going on today, but take a day to recover. I've seen that you have been following for a long time, and I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that you're just having one of those days. And it's quite all right, because it looks like we're having one of those days too. So this next matchup ahead of us should be a bit of a, better beginning, as we are going to go ahead and jump right into it. It does appear that Day didn't make it in time to catch the second round. So Day is going to be joining us here momentarily. Hopefully it'll be sooner than later, but nonetheless, we are here for it. So second round of the Meseeks Sunday Showdown explicit. Yo mama, we're going to start things off with a firing range hardpoint, as we're going to be on board off the rip with Bright now. As we can see it, going to be opening up P1 right here on the front side of the 10 building, and looking for those sandbags holdings. Nonetheless, P2 is certainly a bigger money hill than anything. Slaya going to be able to take some shots at one, but not going to be able to get a full kill there. Legacy is, however. So rotations through, you can see it. P1 out in the open, not necessarily a big money hill. Obviously, it's all about, maintaining the fort for P2 spawns. That is where you will find a tremendous success. As we can see, it's about opening up here in about 30 seconds, but it's not before these teams find a way to put their foot on the hill in this P1 beginning. And right now, the advantage is going to be in favor of the side of Explicit. So Rabalo trying to find a little bit of objective time for the squad is going to combine there with Legacy, but now it's a little bit of a, situation where you got to settle up and saddle up for new. As you can see, there's already one player there. Bright is going to be taken down. Slaya looking to hold the spawns here. Nero's going to be taken down. Good shots there. Legacy's going to be able to take down one as well. And now we're going to see the battle for P2 starting up here. 3 seconds left before this rotation is set in stone. And off the bat, it does look like one player is there. He's going to be taken down, and that is going to be the side of Yo Mama with the upper hand off the rip.
Hardpoint is ours. Lost the lead. Tied for the lead.
Kills coming through for the side of Yo Mama. Carlin Host is on a bit of a spree, and I haven't caught any of it. I've been looking at Discord. I'm trying to maintain my sanity. It does look like we do have everyone leave the lobby. That's a rip. All right. GG's. All right. I'm not sure what that was, but super unfortunate.
It's a draw. Stand down.
Interesting. All right, so it looks like the MAC-10 is per champs rules, which has been incorporated into Mobile Mayhem rules, which has been adapted to the Meseeks rules. The MAC-10 was used, and currently it's on a 3-week cooldown period. So I don't know when it was initially released, but assuming the fact that everyone left lobby, there was a lot of, how do I say it? A lot of confidence for Explicit, knowing that that rule was going to come into play, and it does look like it's going to be a 1-0. Alrighty. That is rolling as it sits right now is I do believe that is going to be Explicit up 1-0 after the DQ. The MAC-10 will be auto banned. Obviously, per champs rule, all new content will be cooled down for 3 weeks after its release. I don't know why the Mag 10 wasn't banned beforehand, so it should have been banned from the start. Yeah, facts. Verdict, is the stream laggy? I don't see it being laggy, homie. Be updated and see what's going on. It looks good on my end. It looks good for both ends, actually. Yeah. I think it has something to do with Trovo. I don't think it has anything to do with anything else. Because I haven't had any drop frames. I haven't had any internet issues. As a matter of fact, I've been sitting constant for the past 2 hours. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, guys, bear with us as we're going to get geared up for it. I'm checking the Discord to make sure everything's good, but I'm going to be honest with you, I can never tell. When it comes to the internet, I don't have a really good like vibe check meter. I'm going to be honest with you. All right, well, I don't know what we're going to do here. But we're going to pause for a short intermission, okay? We'll be right back. quite back as of yet, but we are working on getting into the semifinals due to a few unfortunate scenarios in which, you know, completely out of my control. We did see Yo Mama and Goofy Goobers bail. They have forfeited, so super unfortunate, but it is what it is. We'll have to move on from there. We are going to get geared up for it. It is going to be Explicit versus Wicked. The semifinals is going to be starting off here momentarily. I know the map pans and everything are going to come through here shortly. Didn't anticipate it being this early of a night, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to keep it a buck. I don't know if we're going to, you know, make it to the finals tonight. So we might be sending you fine fellers and fellas and ladies and gentlemen all over to Gilmania's channel for the grand finals. Just a point where tonight has just not been a great one for Meseeks Sunday Showdown. Nonetheless, we'll keep the ad stream rolling. We'll give you people what you want, and certainly not going to be giving you the games that we had promised earlier. So super unfortunate, but again, it is what it is. So we're going to get geared up for that and more as Explicit versus Wicked is right around the corner. No man, how's it going, homie? Just saw you pop in. Also, thank you for the sub, Scrap. Appreciate you, homie. The tier 2, always appreciated. But yeah, don't go anywhere or, you know, go anywhere at this point. It's chalk, chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. We're gonna get geared up for that Explicit and Wicked semifinals action right around the corner. Until then, we'll see you then. and gentlemen, we are back for it. Is going to be the Meseeks Sunday Showdown semifinals. We've got Wicked in the lobby. We've got Explicit in the lobby. And we've got a best 5 ready to come now. As we do have a spot needs to be open for Day. As the nominee will be joining us on the 1s and 2s for the semifinals action. So I think that spot just opened up. Day, how have you been today, man? I know we were talking just a minute ago, and you told me you've been in the best mood that you have been in a while, right?
Yeah, my day started off really good, and then it got, not as exciting the past like hour or so. But we're playing a little bit of COD Mobile. We're getting rid of the cast a little bit of COD Mobile, and well, I'm just trying to make the best of the rest of our day.
I feel that, bro. I feel that. It does look like we got the best 5 ready to roll. We are going to be starting things off with a little bit of Hackney Yard. Well, no, sorry. Standoff. Yeah, that hasn't been updated. So the best of 5 hasn't been updated yet for everyone to see. But while we wait, I will go ahead and read it off for everyone to kind of hear. So it is going to be Standoff, Hardpoint, Hackney Yard, S&D, Takeoff, Dom, Slums, Hardpoint, and then a Game 5, if necessary, Firing Range, S&D. Does look like we've got an SKS and a Kilo band coming through for the teams. And it does look like we have everything listed up to show as well. So taking a look at it now as did see Parker come through with a massive raid. I appreciate you, homie. Good luck to you guys tonight as we're getting geared up for it. Semifinals, glad to see you back into the action as well. It's been a minute. So looking forward to seeing how you guys play and how well everything goes now as we're getting geared up for it. As you can all see, the best of 5 is up for display. We are going to be gearing up for a Standoff Hardpoint first. Again, I'll mention it just one more time if you're a visual learner like myself. Hackney Yard Search, Takeoff, Dom. That is guaranteed game 4 or not. If it does go the distance, we are going to see a Hardpoint Slums. So game 5 again, Search or Destroy on Firing Range. And as I just mentioned as well, it's going to be a Kilo and SKS band. So these are 2 qualifier teams today, right? These are 2 teams that are still in the mix for a qualifier spot, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, that certainly is the case. Explicit has certainly been one that's been on the run. We've got Wicked here as well. I will say that Wicked does have Lucifer playing for them. They have Shotzi playing for them, and they have Parka playing for them. So this is certainly not a normal lineup that we would expect out of them, but certainly one that I could see come through and have a good performance.
All right, we'll have to see how it pans out now as we do have the players in the lobby. They are ready to rock and roll. We have ran through the best of 5 as well, so the action will ensue now. As I mentioned just a moment ago, we are going to be gearing up for that Standoff Hardpoint, and we are here for it. So game 1, first 250 wins. Obviously, the rule set hasn't changed as of yet because even though the announcement for the future events that are to come for the future COD Mobile Competitive, we still have not got like lock-ins for control for spectator client purposes. So we haven't made that swap over as I see Mobile Mayhem has it either. People went out in the open here courtside. Look like Lucifer hold down the fort is going to be able to put some shots on one, but not going to be able to hold the point. Explicit looking for the break, and it is a 9-2 game, and it's actually going to get a little more lopsided as Wicked has found a lot of success on this P1 rotation.
All right, well, very even game between these 2 teams so far. Verdict, obviously, it's only a matter of time. It could go, could theoretically go either way still. But, again, this Wicked roster, they're going to be in a weird situation because, again, they picked up some good players, but we've seen teams pick up good players before, and when the synergy's not there, it sometimes just doesn't work out, right? So that is certainly something Wicked could struggle with here. Explicit is another team that looked really, really phenomenal, and I don't want to guess on this one.
I don't either now. As you can see it, the P2 Money Hill is going to be starting up here momentarily, and it does look like the side of Explicit are going to have the advantage. They got the numbers on the point, but there are numbers pushing in as well. 2 players left alive. Reckless actually going to be dropped right there, and 2 players still looking for the contest. Park is going to get the jump up top. The Windows side is compromised, and there's players down below certainly lurking. So Lucifer's going to contest down low, going to get taken down, and Explicit doing a great job maintaining the numbers in the hill. They're going to win it, and the retake is going to be back in their favor. There's still one more player to deal with. Now Shotzi has found his way up the windowsill, and that is going to be 25 seconds left to scrap for As we see it, the rotations are going to be going over to that top blue area, and you can already see the side of Wicked. They are humbly accepting the fact that they are not going to get that P3 or P2 break, so they're going to bunker up for a P3 hill for the long run. Now, as the kills come through, it's going to be in their favor. It's racked up completely, but the last little bit of scrap time, again, but it's going to be for free, and that's going to be a Ravel who's going to be left behind. Shotzi's going to catch him on the transition. P3 opening up. I got to say, there's a little bit of out of position here from Shotzi. He's going to be taken down yet again. And only 3 players in numbers, but the spawns are settled, so they are going to be rocking and rolling here in this P3 rotation.
Yeah, they are certainly trying their best right now, Verdict, and, you know, their best might be good enough to continue rolling on through. Obviously, again, we did have a couple of our more prominent teams drop out, right? So, you know, some of these teams that are a little bit lower on the spectrum, I think certainly should take this opportunity to maybe roll on through, have a little bit less to deal with as far as a upper echelon of the skill limit goes, and you know, maybe take this run, you know, their opportunity to get some extra games in for a Meseeks Sunday Showdown, and that could certainly be a helpful tool to them in the long run. So Explicit, they're running away with things right now. Wicked, they've got some ground to make up, and again, you know, this is one of those scenarios where, you know, these guys may have a lot of talent that they picked up this week, but you know, are we going to see that result to anything?
I don't know. We're going to have to find out now. I got to say, Explicit and Wicked have found themselves in a semifinal spot, which means one of these teams are going to be moving on and guaranteed a little bit of money to go along with it, too. So, I mean, nothing says, you know, good practice like let's get paid for it. So, you see the break here on this P4 rotation doesn't necessarily look like it is going to be the side of Explicit to maintain their order. They have just been wreaking havoc on all the points in the Money Hills so far, but this point is not like any others. And you can see it, the 2 players left alive here for the side of Wicked. That might be very well enough. As you can see, the perimeter control right around setup on the outside of Farm, on the outside of Broken, has just been pretty locked down. But as soon as I say that, Bright comes through and ruins it all. So 52 to 112, side of Explicit are rocking and rolling here in the objective. They've gotten several key breaks. When player pushes out, they're going to be taken down, and man, that was a lot of time to get for free now. As you can see, the spawns and the side of Wicked, they're going to be settling for a P1 reset. This is not necessarily the position that they need to be in, but while they are in a pretty awkward spot, I think it'd be fair to see how those comms sound as they try to make a comeback here on this P1 reset. We'll see if they can get some Money Hills under their belt, maybe rock and roll for a little bit of a comeback.
Tengo 2. 3.
Dame 3 puntos. Estatua.
Tengo 1 de tractor.
Arco punto, verga, otro.
Muerto 1 punto. Abajo, Granny. No, tengo uno Deli. Pasan rotando.
Granny.
Están en X.
Rotan. Abajo, Granny. Ahí en roto.
Están en X. Hay unos pipas.
Gas.
Hey, secret.
Tengo 2 farm, dentro de farm.
Todo fábrica. Secret.
Sigue.
Todo fábrica.
Un tiro. Muerto lo de Secret también. Flashgun. Tengo gente en basurero.
Todo fábrica. Basurero, mano. No entrando main.
3 puntos.
Empújalo.
Pushean arriba.
All right, not a ton of success, as you can see at P2. Looking like another lockdown here for the side of Explicit, and they are pretty much setting themselves up for success here. Beetle's going to come through with a massive 2-piece right there with the Grab Vortex. Still going to have 1 shot left to go. And the hopes for Wicked to take Game 1 have certainly left the building now. As you can see, the warehouse has been a lockdown 2 times in a row here for this Explicit roster. And I got to say, Dave, they're looking pretty damn solid.
Yeah, I mean, they're certainly a upcoming team, and they've got the skill to back it up. You know, we see players from, you know, several rosters that we've, you know, watched in the past. Obviously, we've got Beetle. Doesn't appear that we have him today, unless if it's I'm Not Unravel, but
Yeah, that's him.
I have to imagine that's Rehan. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. We've got Cartels, Slaya. We've got Bright, who is formerly a player that we've seen in the likes of many Moralto teams. So they certainly know this level of competition, and you can see they're rolling through with it here right now. And Parka has been one that has, I think, largely stepped out of the competitive scene a fair bit. And Shotzi is brand new to the competitive scene, so definitely a hurdle for Wicked that they were not able to overcome, at least in this first game.
No, you're absolutely right. You see it now, 7 points only separating Explicit from a Game 1 victory, and with the massive push here, the influx into this P3 site, they finally get a break, so second time's a charm. Well, it's not going to stick for long, though, as Rehan comes through looking to play spoiler. Is going to be able to get a little bit of time, making it inch by inch closer to a, for sure, victory. But with P4 right around the corner, and only 6 points separating Explicit away from a Game 1 win, I don't see this comeback happening. I'm sorry. I want to be as optimistic as possible. But when you're in a hardpoint game where it's going to 250, it is damn near impossible to keep or deny your opponents out of the hill for 6 seconds when you haven't been able to do so all game long. So taking a look at the KDs and the scorecards and whatnot, Bright popping off 33 and 21. The push comes in, 2 players left to deal with. Reckless is going to be able to win a one big, massive gunfight, but it's not going to be enough for the remaining players of Explicit to push in. They get the numbers, they get the points, they get the dub, 250 to 89 in a big game 1 for the side of Explicit, shutting down that Wicked roster.
Yeah, I don't think that should really come as a surprise to realistically anybody. Again, I think the overall talent that we have available on the side of Explicit, and not only the overall talent, but the talent that's used to playing at this T1, T2 level of teams, right? So I think it's a giant advantage for the side of Explicit, and the result of that first game looks exactly like that as well. So huge shout out to them as they continue to find their way through in the Meseeks Sunday Showdown. Obviously, they still need to find 2 more games in this series alone, but it is looking certainly doable for them.
Oh, it is indeed now as we're getting geared up for it. It is going to be a search and destroy Hackney Yard to kind of put the pressure here for the side of Wicked. They come through and didn't necessarily have like anything going in that hard point. I mean, as a matter of fact, it started off not that great. I mean, they had the numbers on the P2 site. They contested it the first time around long enough to keep the game close. But when you fail to get a point or a break there on that P2 site and you opt to set up for new, it's kind of difficult to justify keeping the game competitive when you are literally giving up new just because you're not able to put the numbers on the hill. Like, there's no way you get a proper setup for P3 top blue and there's nobody there to hold the fort. I don't know what went wrong for Wicked, but from there it just kind of went downhill from for them. So Explicit, they're happily able to take this first game. As a matter of fact, any kind of mistakes that you're making along the way into this best of 5, obviously this Explicit team, they're scrappy. I don't know how they do against a top tier opponent, but certainly handle business in that game 1 and certainly looking like a shoe-in for a grand finals if they remain on track. So Hackney Yard, Surge Destroy right around the corner, and Explicit, I'm not 100% sure how this team is going to handle Wicked, but if I'm not mistaken, this is actually a grand finals matchup they're going to have next week too, right? Or this week coming up.
Who's on Gil's side of the bracket?
Well, I'm saying this is a grand finals for Mobile Mayhem qualifiers.
Well, yes. I'm trying to figure out who's on
Zygnus and
Gil's
Tribe
side of the bracket then. Zygnus and Tribe. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So regardless of who wins here, I mean they have a monster to face in the next round. Well, our search to destroy is getting ready to be underway here, Verdict. You got hopes in Wicked to make the comeback happen, or is it just largely looking to you as well, like Explicit, or just going to be the dominant force here?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's kind of difficult to tell right now. The hardpoint game was just, I mean, it was more so less just a lot of miscommunication. This search starting off to be a little better. Lucifer is gonna get the trades there, and the first round is gonna end in a 1v1 scenario where Rehan and Lucifer are gonna have to battle it out. I'm gonna be honest with you. Based off what I saw in the hardpoint, I'm still not seeing the convincing numbers that I need to see in a search and destroy off the bat in order for them to be set up for success. So I'll let the teams battle it out. You know, I'm not going to get too much, you know, into politics. But based off what I'm seeing right now, I still think I got to roll with explicit on this one.
That seems fairly reasonable.
Well, here we go. Push is coming through. The 1v1 again. Time, minute left on the clock. Rehan's got to play a little bit of search or team deathmatch. He does find that kill. And even on the backs of it being close, you know, tight-knit, certainly a big one there for the side of explicit. So they're going to be able to take the lead. They're going to be able to win the 1v1 and a little bit of a confidence boost if you didn't have it already from the hardpoint game. Certainly going to put you in a great spot here in the second round.
Yeah, most certainly. And, you know, again, I think Wicked is a team that's really showed a lot of potential. I mean, they're, you know, moving on towards possibly, you know, a official Mobile Mayhem spot, which is, you know, all great, fine, and dandy for them. But, you know, again, they're not playing with that winning roster that we saw. So, you know, how close to their peak are they competing, or are we seeing maybe a little bit of an underperformance out of them as a result? I think that's maybe the most difficult part of this to stay for sure. But I certainly have to imagine this is more of a hindrance than a help right now based on what I've seen.
All right, here we go. 1v3, minute 10 on the clock. A little less doable here for Rehan, but he's already got 2 kills on board. Maybe he can find 3 more. Certainly not the best spot for explicit, but Wicked, again, they are looking for a game under their belts, and this Hackney Yard has to, you know, has to be it. You can't go down 2-0 against a team who pretty much outplayed you in every category in the hardpoint, so... Lucifer, Spark, and Reckless, they are content with holding the bomb site. Spark actually looking for the flank is going to hold off the B-side angle. And Rehan, he's going to be forced to push now with about 30 seconds left. And going to be walking right into 2 players who are going to be possibly looking to take him down instantly. And Lucifer actually doesn't even allow him to get 1 step into the door before the shots start firing. That's going to be an evening round there for the side of Wicked, and they have found a little success here in the defense now as we're taking a look at it. I think this map is a little better on the defending side. Granted, if you give up A, it's a lot harder to redeem. But I feel like the spawns don't necessarily favor the A side, but I think there's a little bit better of an approach from the defense, if I'm not wrong.
That seems like a pretty reasonable statement. I think I would have to agree with you there, Verdict. And well, right now, it's Wicked down 2. Make it down 3 as Lucifer is able to come through and take down Beetle, but it gets refragged out by Slaya. It's now a 4 versus 2. Rehan takes down Parka. Spark is left alone in a 1v4. I just don't see it happening, and this is going to be explicit with the 2-1 lead. Spark just doesn't have time at this point to make the clutch happen, even if he found the kills. And sure enough, he gets taken down anyway. So... nice try from Wicked there in round 3. They still have plenty more opportunity, but right now they're hanging in there. They're hanging in there. I'll give them that.
Well, you can only hang on for so long. I gotta say, there's got to be something that changes midway through this game in order for you to you know, establish a little bit of that dominance. And then just first round, it was a 1v1, so not convincing for either team, but second round, a little bit of a redeeming factor, but. We're moving on into the 4th. That last one was just a complete blowout. Nonetheless, explicit are down to 3. 4 players left alive for the side of Wicked, so certainly doable. Bright looking for the flank. He's going to be all the way into the spawn sites of the opponents, that P5 building. Looking for anybody who is willing to make that transition. Actually catches Lucifer, who locks eye contact with him and does not miss. Shotzi is going to find one as well. And now it's all on the side of Rehan. So Rehan looking to get the 1v4, the big boy clutch. Didn't see him clutch up in the 1v3, and I don't think it's going to be... oh, it's a 1v3, rather. I'm sorry. Shotzi did drop. I don't think this 1v3 is going to be any different.
Yeah, I don't really see it going any different direction either here, Verdict, and I largely think it's going to be us looking at a domination here soon, even though Wicked are making a very, very slight comeback happen here, right? I mean, this is certainly not a ultra convincing performance on this round, but it is certainly them again. I think they're just hanging in there, right? I mean, that is just ultimately the way we got to put it here. So
Oh, you're absolutely right now. 2-2 last round before we flip sides. The last round to determine who's going to have the advantage moving forward. Slaya looking to get this bomb planted. Reckless going to get caught up on the hop up. Does get one free kill, though, so is going to drop almost instantly after. So 2 for 1's coming through. Cartels picks up the slack, picks up the bomb. It's going to go ahead and seal the deal. Now the pressure's on here for Wicked to bounce back. They got a 3v4 to entangle now. The Spark does find one. The shots on Beetle is going to leave him about half health, but is the location going to be compromised? You can see Cartel's looking for the jump here. Not going to be...
top.
Yeah. I mean, doesn't overextend. I gotta say, I like the play.
Yeah, in a good spot right here, and Lucifer is able to find one that does swing things into the side of Wicked's favor. Parker dropping down, does have the Deagle in hand. Can't quite get the turn on Cartels, but Lucifer finds one. Is going for the defuse. Where is Beetle up top? Able to come through and pick up that that kill for the team, and well, they're gonna bring themselves one round closer with Beetle's clutch there. So
Big clutch indeed. Now it got a little close. Spark goes for the bomb, defuse, bold play, doesn't pan out. Certainly didn't have much time to play with, so it was either make a play or, you know, head home empty-handed. And he chose to make a play and certainly did not pan out. Well, Beetle, he is on a rampage. My guy finds 3 instantly upon entering. Finds a 4th right there, and that is just, that round was over before it started, homie. I'm going to be honest with you, like, how? The Ego chows the A site, they just get absolutely shut down. Wicked, they are down bad.
yeah, you are absolutely right. I mean, that last round was at least close for them.
True.
So, you know, that's a good sign. It's not great, I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's at least a step in the right direction. And, you know, now we bumped into this round, and right now they are getting torn apart. We're looking at a 4 versus 2 in the scoreboard, and for player lives, make it a 3v1. And from there, I just, unfortunately, for the side of Wicked, don't see the clutch happening. We've seen Spark in this scenario before, wasn't able to pull it together, and that's not, you know, a shot at him or anything. You know, at the end of the day, it's a
Collective effort.
you know, 1v3, you know, and how long can you be expected to hold on, you know?
I think we've seen like 3 or 4 rounds where it's come down to a 1v something scenario for Wicked, and it doesn't pan out here. Didn't pan out rounds before. And now we're on map point. So possible 2-0 here for the side of Explicit, pending Zygnus turning things around. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Zygnus?
Oh, not Zygnus. I'm sorry, Wicked. I'm pulling up Day or Gill Stream in the background, and I was looking at Tribe beating them in the first round, or first game of that best of 5, and it just never left my mind. So Beetle does find the trade. Beetle does find his death though, and that is going to be a 2 for 1, make it 3 for 2, 4 for 2. Good night. What is going on? Spark left again, all on his lonesome. Does find one, so it's a little more doable. The 1v2 is certainly possible. Rehan up top, not going to be able to get the shots to land from the top 10 area. Is going to opt to push down. Nails that shot. Spark drops. And the hope for the 1-1 has left the window yet again, Day. We are in Explicit territory. These guys are not letting their foot off the pedal. And, man, all gassed up, homie. I got to say, 6-2 win. The Search and Destroy started off pretty decent. But as I mentioned earlier, this map little more favorable to the defense, and once we got that flip, it was over. Explicit never looked back.
Yeah, I mean, Wicked definitely put up a big fight in the early stages there, but I mean, you're not wrong. It fell apart as soon as the side switch came through, and you know, I don't want to say that's what we expected, because you know, I want to believe in what the Wicked team brings to the table, but this just wasn't it today, homie.
I wasn't taking a look at it. Beetle racking up 11 kills. I think 4 of those were in 1 round alone. On the defense flip now is 7 kills come through for Cartels. Bright with 6, 7 for Rehan. 3 for Saleya, and on the flip side of things, you got Lucifer, who with 8, and everyone else is below that 5 category. So, super unfortunate turn of events for this Wicked squad. They find themselves down 2-0. Certainly still a second shot at life now, as we're going to get buckled up for a Game 3. And it's got to happen here. I mean, it should have happened there, but it obviously didn't. But if Wicked wants a shot at a grand final spot, they got to make it happen here on this domination takeoff to stay alive. So, wow, this is a quick semifinals matchup day.
Yeah, so far it seems to be. Obviously, that could change. We still have a domination ahead of us. So, I mean, it's possible. I don't want to say it's very likely, but I certainly think that there's at least a call for some possibility, right? You can't sleep on the likes of Lucifer. You can't sleep on the likes of Parka. So I'm gonna opt to believe in their potential without giving them too much credit.
All right, well, we'll see how it pans out now as we're getting geared up for it. Domination, make or break here for Wicked. Explicit, they built themselves a little bit of a healthy lead, looking to close it out early here. Maybe take it to the grand finals action versus either Tribe or Zygnus. And based off what I saw in Gil's chat, it's looking like Tribe are running the tables right now. So it's a 1-0 lead for Tribe. They're in the Search or Destroy. They are jumping into that first round. So we are geared up for it here as the domination again. Explicit might be able to book their one-way ticket to success and find a grand final spot. Haven't seen that happen in quite a while. Even when they had, you know, the roster that it consisted of. Who was it that they had at one point? It was like they let go of Solo and picked up Jesus. Well, that roster is not a factor here. They picked up another, and it certainly has panned out. They've made their way through the qualifiers. They are making their way through the semifinals here, and they're doing it with a bit of ease, to be honest with you.
All right, well, the ACs do come through respectively. Got some progress on B for the side of Wicked right now, but they need to make it happen, and they need to make it happen soon if they want to have a chance here in this domination.
Well,
right now we got an AC for Wicked. Big progress coming through onto the B as well. Couldn't quite get it locked in, and that is gonna extend things a little bit. We do have a C coming through for the side of why am I about to call them Team Nerdy? It's not even Nerdy's team. I'm down bad today, Verdict. I'm down bad today, bro.
Oh, not as bad as I am. I just took a look in chat. Rehan said that's not him. I swear to God, I thought that was...
Do we believe Rehan, though? Do we believe Rehan?
He said he's at the train station, so... I mean, how often do you see people lying about being at a train station?
I mean...
That was obviously...
COD Mobile. This is COD Mobile.
Oh, I was obviously joking. I don't ever hear anybody say they're going to the train station, homie. How many times have you heard me say, hey, bro, I gotta go catch a train. I'll be back. Don't answer that. I'm married, homie. All right, here we are. We're gearing up for it. The AC split comes through. This time the creativity is in favor of Explicit. The B cap is going to be remaining in the hands of Wicked, but they're struggling to get a home flag indeed. Unravel looking to hold it down. Is going to spawn right in front of the squad now. Reckless looking for some backside shots. Does catch one off the guard. Catches another as well, and the C cap might be coming through here if these 3 players don't get there in time to spoil Cartels. Looking for the shots up top, is not going to be able to do so. B looking to get compromised. Lucifer up top, looking to jump down and contest. Well, the smoke comes through and it pans out. The B cap comes through. We've got ourselves a little bit of a do-si-do, but Wicked, they're right back on it. They jump on it and are shut the freak down.
Tonto, jump on it.
Jump on it. Wicked, jump on it.
All right, well, guys.
We're done.
Not only is Verdict down bad, but I'm right there with him. So it's going to be an interesting day here.
Yeah, welcome to the side of the cringe, homie.
Yeah,
it kind of suits you well. I ain't even going to lie. Kind of suits you well. Well, you know what? I'm thinking we suit up for a quick listen, and we're going to go ahead and see how the side of Wicked sound. We gave them a shot earlier, and it was lackluster. this is a time for redemption now as they found a little bit of a lead.
Okay. Amarillo.
P2, uno más.
Muerto,
P2, uno más.
Muerto, tengo muerto.
Te van C, te van C, te van C.
Hay dos TK, hay dos que se van a hacer.
Vi ventana, Ani, está yo. Son dos.
Te van medio, medio, medio.
Ah, toca uno, sí. Son dos. Tres, creo.
Aniquilador en C, aniquilador C.
Hay uno, ticket.
Vamos con B también. Uno más C por verde. Bueno,
Muerto, güey.
limpio.
Muerto.
Tío, está.
No, medio. Se van para B.
Otro más. Intento.
Muerto, Lucy.
Bueno.
Abajo amarillo.
Por blue. Muerto.
Tengo dos topos amarillos.
Muerto uno, falta otro. Muerto, otro
Bueno.
más. Dos más. Uno se aventó, está ahí.
Topo amarillo, ticket.
Ticket.
Venga, vamos.
All right, first half looking pretty solid for Wicked. Again, we mentioned it earlier. It's got to start here. And a first half that reflects that kind of comeback. It's a 167. Taking a look at the score lines, the stats, they're looking solid too. Reckless finally picking up the slack, 17 and 10. It's a player that I was anticipating to, do well in this series. In the first two games, I didn't see that kind of performance at all. This game 3 has been a little bit of a turnaround, and certainly some big first half numbers to go along with it. Explicit, however, they've got other plans. As you can see, they're looking for the B cap early, and they're successful with it. The bad thing is, Wicked, they're right there on the flip. The creativity's coming through back and forth, and I'm kind of digging the vibes right now. I can't really tell who's going to win the game based off what we've seen, but the comms certainly a little better than I heard the first time day.
Yeah, definitely seemed to be the case. I missed the comms the first time we jumped in, but I was able to listen to them back on the stream, and I gotta agree with you there. They definitely seemed, if not more positive, at least more driven, if that makes sense. So we'll see if that's going to be enough to drive them on through here. They've got themselves a lead. They certainly have themselves a possibility to come through and find some momentum, but it's not going to be an easy one, to say the least. Things continue to roll on through here. They've got a split AC once again, and that's totally fine on this map, right? We've seen plenty of times in the past where, this is more than enough to potentially come through with a win. It really is one of the few maps that gives your opponents a really weird spawn situation, right?
No, it does, and I think another thing that we got to consider too is the streaks that were earned from the first half. They come into play when you get those AC splits. What better way to shut it down when your C cap is compromised than to throw a lightning strike on it or throw a cluster strike on it? You don't even need a player there. You've got a 6th player in your score streaks, and they have set themselves up for success here. The B cap's looking like it might be coming through pretty promising, but the progress is going to be stopped and halted. But the bad thing is, for Explicit, is they haven't had much success in capping and holding flags here in this takeoff end. I gotta say, I think that is partly due to the fact that, the side of Wicked right now, they're clicking on all cylinders. They've earned a lot of streaks to go along with their first half success. They put themselves in a pretty good position here, but, don't get it confused. They haven't played well all series long. This is make or break for them.
See, we've got 2.5 minutes left. We've got a B and an A. We might be fully in triple cap territory here. We are. Not by much, but we are a couple seconds into triple cap territory. And that's not good for Explicit, but that is good for Wicked, who might be putting us in a position to at least extend this series to a game 4. And I gotta say, that's a big ask out of them in the first place, considering where we were at the past 2 games, right? So.
Oh, I completely agree with you. I know we call it triple cap territory. I wonder if Explicit know. Well, we're gonna go ahead and jump in for a quick listen in for their comms just to see, what kind of comms we're getting out of them going into the latter half of this match. They got a double cap. Can they get the triple? And are they aware of the situation that's going on? Well, you know, HyperX listening, we'll find out.
Receive by yourself, receive by yourself.
Oh, you have to go back to C.
I got one more. You want to do Tiggy?
One. They're pushing to A.
On B, they're on B, they're on B.
B one shot, dead.
He dead.
Go see, go see.
Yeah, cap C, bro.
One more B.
One more B, one more B, one more B.
There.
P1, P1.
P1.
Dude, fuck, one mid,
One more,
two mid.
Yeah, coming B. P1 on the other side.
Dead.
Oh, another one mid. Behind you, three.
2P1, 3P.
Take it.
Oh no.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Mid still.
Check blue.
Take it. Got blue.
Top
B,
blue,
B.
Bomb construction.
Oh, I ran out of ammo, bottom.
P1.
All right, calm, certainly, you know, on point, but you see it, the numbers are not going to reflect. That is going to be a Game 3 win for Wicked, and certainly finding a little bit of life here in this domination. Now they're going to have to be flawless through the next two. Well, the next one is what they got to get through first, but if they want to see the reverse sweep happen, it's got to be 2 flawless games to come through. Can't make a mistake moving forward. Certainly put their name on the map with that Dom win, though. 200-166. Gotta say, it was great map control, a lot of awareness. You know, the fact that Reckless showed up and showed out is certainly one of those cases where, you know, I, again, mentioned his name earlier. I wouldn't say he was going to carry this series, but he was one of the names that I expected to see play better than he did in the first two. So he did certainly show up for that Game 3 and for, you know, a fight, a chance for the grand finals. Absolutely. All on the line there. So 29-22 for him and 9 caps to go along with it. 33-22 for Lucifer. A big Game 3 there for the side of Wicked Dave.
A must-need domination win, and, you know, I gotta say it couldn't have come at much better of a time, right? I mean, we were both pretty much counting these guys out, and they came through and have a really big performance for themselves and keep themselves in the Meseeks Sunday Showdown, at least so far. Obviously, it's not going to be something that, you know, comes easy. They're already down 2-1 in the series, but they're certainly in a position where, you know, they at least look like they could make it happen.
All right, we'll see how it pans out now as we're taking a look at the best of 5. We've made it through 3 so far. Hey, change the score to 250. I was about to message you. Yeah, it's at 251 right now. I don't know if our admin's listening or mod. Let me message on me real quick. I don't even see him in the Discord here. Well, that's tough. There we go. We're good. It was 251. I noticed that as soon as I popped in. I was like, bro, I know we're not going to start this bad boy with a 250 scoreline or 251 scoreline. Nonetheless, we did get it correct. So here we go. Game 4 bound. Again, this is that Slums hardpoint that I mentioned earlier on the backs of a big takeoff domination game there for the side of Wicked. They have found themselves another opportunity to compete for a grand final spot. So they're still down 2-1, so not able to make a single mistake moving forward. And have you spawned into the game yet?
I have not.
Okay. I accidentally hit retry. Well, no, I think you're supposed to hit retry, and then you're supposed to hit cancel.
Okay, and then no.
Yeah.
Because I hit cancel, and sent me back to the login screen.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. All right, so we haven't even moved, thank God. No harm, no foul. All right, so we do have the players joining back. Obviously, you know, we had a situation where the lobby just didn't start up, and it's been like that since the new update came out. Well, right now, we're still dealing with that issue, and, you know, still not a way around it as of yet, so. All right, players readied up. We're readied up. Day, are you good?
Hold on.
Oh,
No,
hold on.
I'm literally logging into the game.
Gotcha. Uh-oh. Point change. Don't start that bad boy yet. 150? No, 250. Yeah, there we go. We got it. We are good. Man said this is not his first rodeo.
All right. It looks like I did make it into the game.
Well, thank God, because bro just literally started it as soon as you started talking. All right. We're here for it. Game 4 bound. Beautiful hardpoint map here in Panama, the slums. Looking pretty dicey. Again, based off what we saw in the hardpoint earlier, Wicked are going to struggle. They need a complete turnaround. They need to get those point rotations. They need to hold those rotations. And they need to stack the point because can't rely on 1 or 2 to hold the fort down when you got 3 players roaming outside the circle with the gun. The gun skill just isn't right there. The communication isn't right there. It wasn't there at least for game 1. So we're here for it. Is game 4 bound? We are now as First Blood's going to come through. The Wicked squad are going to be looking to take a little bit of points there. Shotzi's on the objective. And the rotation's over. You can see it. The flip is coming through for Explicit early. And they have abandoned any kind of push towards this P1 site.
All right, well, 17-0, Wicked lead right now. They, again, they've obviously struggled on this map in the past, but, well, it certainly looks like they have at least done a decent job turning their attitude around. Again, you mentioned in the last game that the comms were sounding better, and I think that's a great place to start, right? So, definitely a lot of opportunity here. And, man, we could be still looking at a game 5 here for this series.
Oh, it's certainly a possibility now. You can see the money hill here for this P2 rotation is you have opted to set up early. That's Explicit. They are there for the rotations. They got the spawn. They don't have the numbers in the point. They're going to get the last few seconds of abandoned trickle time. The kills are, oh my, massively in their favor. Now, Slaya going to get some help there from Beetle as the point is going to be held, but spawns might have been compromised. You can see Spark and Lucifer, they're getting the spawns in. And this might be a problem here for Explicit. You failed to get the proper setup for this new rotation. You opted to rotate, off the rip. You were looking for those spawns off the bat, and they did not stick. This is not the way spawns worked in previous hardpoints, but with these new unique spawns, you can almost guarantee that spawn flips aren't going to stick, even with, you being there with 10 seconds left to go on that last point.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and, well, right now, Wicked, they're actually doing a great job maintaining their position in this game, but they need more. Continuing to roll through, it is going to be some good score coming through for the side of Explicit, who are making the comeback happen. They're only down about 20 points right now. They can certainly do it here. Let's see, looking at the map, it does look like we actually have a good positioning for Wicked setting up for next, though.
Yeah, they do. This is a map that I think perimeter control is going to be, like, massive, right? You're looking for those players early on to make that rotation through the side building. Slay is actually going to get caught right there, but he's going to win that big gunfight. The TAC 5 does come into play. It is certainly a factor. The spawn's going to be looking like they might come through on the flip side of things, but there are still numbers there for Wicked on this rotation. Explicit are going to finally take those numbers out. Point's going to be there, so the break is going to stick now. As you can see, 4 players, 3 players in the middle of the map, 2 in the back, so they're looking for the flip still. That's rightfully so, because you're looking to buckle up for a P4 rotation where you get those spawns, you're pretty much setting yourself up for success for both this point and next.
Well, that's at minimum the goal, and we have a very even game between these two teams right now, Verdict. I gotta say, it is certainly one of the closer games we've seen between these two teams so far. The domination ended up being really good, so you definitely got to give Wicked credit where credit's due, right? But they certainly could have looked better as well. So we'll see and continue to hope as they roll forward. It's Explicit regaining themselves the lead right now and taking a pretty fair amount at that.
Yeah, but here comes P4, this side house here, looking to make the little bit of deficit that they found themselves in after the P3 rotation. They have certainly done a great job of manning the fort there early on, so the break is not looking like it's going to come through with Parker pulling out the Annihilator. He's only able to find one, and that's tough. When you got a operator such as, you know, that OP in the Annihilator, it's got to get a little bit more value out of it. Nonetheless, doesn't matter, though. The number's still in favor of Wicked. They have racked up enough points to overcome that deficit, but it is going to be the break that makes the difference there. Bright, or Reckless, rather, is going to make the retake, but Unravel going to come through and takes them down. So it's a back-and-forth affair, a bloody P4 rotation. In the first set of hills around, we see Explicit with an early lead. So as an Explicit rock and roll here, maybe they can do something different on this P1 reset. They didn't get anything off of it. As a matter of fact, they abandoned and opted to rotate for new. We'll see if those same strats come through and if they pay off now as we buckle up for a quick HyperX listen-in for the side of Explicit to see how this P1 reset sounds.
One more. Four dead. I mean, one.
Left, right.
Blue, one shot, bro. What the two? Two blue.
One blue. One push back blue. Mid.
Two blue. Oh, fucking damn. Okay.
We need spawn two.
One
Flash blue.
One
bricks.
One nil, guys, 1 nil.
Bricks.
One blue. Fuck, I choked. Double D's. He's on blue side. I saw the blue. Watching you.
Oh, yeah.
Corner. Rush.
Oh, he came from court.
One's deep.
I'm pretting.
Hey, what's the gravity though?
Two back.
I got two deep.
I'm going deep. One more, deep.
Point, bro.
Fuck, I thought they're all dead. Still deep.
On top.
Top.
Deep dead. One more deep. Both dead. I'm pushing up. One more deep.
I'm on Davis.
He pushed up.
Grenade.
Okay, sorry.
He pushed up on the stairs again.
Nice.
Take one more push and then rotate. One deep.
What's one
Up
up?
there.
Three on those.
Let's go next.
Let's go nil.
Oh, fuck.
Let's try to hold this one.
Does someone want to play deep?
Yeah,
You see it, no success from getting that break there in the P2 spawn sites are going to be locked and loaded. Wicked are going to be able to make this thing about as close as it's going to get. 153 to 151, opening up P3 drive. And Day, looking at a pretty damn close game, homie.
Yeah, we absolutely are, Verdict, and I think Wicked have done a great job of at least proving that you know, they're worthy of being in this semifinals matchup. I know the first couple games had us kind of wondering a little bit. We were like, "Yo, are you sure you guys are ready for this? At least with this roster?" And well, it's at least right now looking pretty doable.
Yeah, doable is one word to say, and you know, another would be it's a toss-up right now. I mean, doable is certainly viable, as there's hope. They've kept it close this entire game, but this P3 side has been locked down. Explicit are on the brink of taking this game and making it out of control here for the side of for Wicked. As a matter of fact, the break is looking to come through on the front side of the point. That's going to be Lucifer winning a massive gunfight, keeping that team out of the 200-point marker. Nope, there goes one player left. That's going to be Unravel. He's going to be able to clean it up, gets the scrap. So scrappy P3 rolling into a P4. I'm thinking this is the last push. This is the last hold. It needs to be solid here for Wicked. So while it is on the line here for Game 4 life, or Game 5 life, Game 4 has to come through on this P4 rotation for Wicked. We're going to give them a chance to sound out on their very own HyperX listen in.
Me está dando barba. Fuente.
Síguele.
Fuente muerto.
Mató, punto.
Uno medio. Fuente y dos en punta.
No, vete al punta. Hay uno vete al punta y en el van.
En la van,
Muerto van. Uno en punto. 2 puntos.
Síguele.
Tengo uno en medio, loco.
No, hay dos en el punto.
En la puerta y en el carro.
Uno era blue van.
Punto me mató, fue.
Dale, vamos.
Go new.
New por medio.
Tengo un trofeo aquí.
No.
Train. Tienen taque.
No, izquierda. One shot medio en la estatua. Blue 2.
Una azul.
Y uno conector.
Hay uno pushando spawn.
Tienen tag fight.
En punto, no me pique.
Tengo uno medio por patio entró por...
P4 was a little bit of a crap show there for Wicked. You can see the points for Explicit. They are damn near at that 250 marker. As a matter of fact, only 15 points separate this team from a grand finals berth, and certainly might be coming through here if the point is not held here for the side of Wicked. And you see the break's going to come back through. It is I mean, it's a bloody battle day. This is a big hill here again for the side of Wicked to stay alive. And they're doing a great job of keeping the opponents out of the objective, but not doing a great job of racking up any points. As a matter of fact, the contest does come right back through. Lucifer going to go ahead and pop that tag 5, but this is going to be damn near impossible making this rotation over to this P2 site third time around. Bottom side of the hill, and you've already got numbers for Explicit there.
Well, Verdict, things continue to roll through here. Obviously, Wicked, they've been doing a great job hanging in there, but, you know, we get into this next match, and, well, it looks like it's going to be over here. 5 points to go for the side of Explicit. Without a miracle, the side of Wicked, it's not going to happen. So we'll have to see what they continue to bring forward. But with only a couple seconds, and they can't win off this hill, right? Like, that's the other thing. They can't win off this hill. They can't afford to give up any trickle on a hill that's across this other side of the map. I mean, we can't give up any trickle at the beginning or end of hard points. And sure enough, the break comes through for Explicit there anyway. And that is going to be Explicit finally closing things out for their victory. And, you know, they're going to be going up against a Titan in potentially their last game of the night, because they're going off against the winner of Tribe and Zygnus. And, well, we know, especially with the way that Zygnus has been playing lately, that neither one of those teams is a pushover.
No, absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I just took a look at the score line. It is 1-1 going into the domination. Right now, it does look like Zygnus are rocking and rolling here, but the triple cap might be coming through too. So less about that, more about this 250 to 198 win for Explicit. Congratulations, you've booked your one-way ticket to our grand finals. Wicked, you came, you saw, you made it here. Not going to be able to get a piece of the pie, though, as they are going to be shut down here early tonight. Game 4, blunders come through. I think things really got out of hand after that lockdown for Explicit on P3. And P4 was nothing alike either. So solid rotations for them. They find themselves at a pretty great spot to compete with some of the best of the best in NA and LATAM alike. And certainly a great attempt there from Wicked. So a team that's on the rise. Obviously, they are a qualifier team in Mobile Mayhem. We've seen them play there. We're going to see this same matchup in the grand finals or the semifinals of the winners bracket for Mobile Mayhem NA this week. So it should be interesting to see how that plays out yet again.
Yeah, I think you know, again, the difficulty to me for this Wicked lineup is going to be the consistency of their roster, because, you know, here they are playing today with players from other teams that are also still in those qualifiers. So I don't know if that's a roster change. I don't know if that's just a today thing. It's hard to say, right? When we have a weekly event like Meseeks here, and, you know, that's not to say anything bad about it, right? Like, I love getting to do the Meseeks Sunday Showdown. I was a little disappointed that I was late today in the first place. So
well, I mean, don't be
obviously
disappointed.
it sounds like,
yeah.
It sounds like there was you know, things going on in the own right there, which is, you know, all fine and dandy. Sometimes things happen. You know, it's life. It's not always perfect, but you know, it's a big opportunity where players can experiment every week, right, with new rosters. And when you're between seasons of, you know, champs or other events, you know, I think this is a great proving ground for players trying things out. You know, I think one of the big ones that we saw was obviously when you know, we had the flip of Solo and Jesus with Explicit and Goofy Goobers at the time. So I think I like it. I like it.
I like it a lot too now, as we're going to get geared up for it. We're going to go ahead and send you, ladies and gentlemen, over for the Tribe and Zygnus matchup. That's right. We're going to be heading out early tonight. It has just been not a good night. But it should be a great one now, as that matchup looks like it's pretty intense too. So enjoyed everyone who stopped by. Enjoyed everyone who, you know, stuck around even through the delay. Should be a great grand finals coming through. Explicit versus the winner of the Tribe and Zygnus matchup. We'll have to find out now, as Gilmania is going to pick up the action there. So we'll see you back next week for it. We'll see you all week for both NA and EU qualifiers if you happen to make it out. So we'll see you then, homies.